Hello, this is just some guys. I am here with Spencer. Dane, however, will be not joining us because we said he would come. This is a commentary about the Avengers. We're going to possibly try to see the movie tonight, and if all else fails,
we're gonna see it tonight. Don't have that non-can-do
We'll
attitude.
see it tomorrow.
No, we won't.
Dane will be seeing it too, but however, Dane isn't here right now. If Dane just so happens to walk in while we're doing the commentary, please, he can join us. He's not going to do that.
He's not going to join us. No, he is not. So, we got a couple of topics to talk about
Which,
here.
by the way, I never really mentioned this before, but I will put the topics and times in the description eventually. Because the thing is, like...
Next year.
Well, because if you don't want to, like, listen to one part of it, you can listen to another part, because, we're talking about assumed spoilers anyway, so, and we will be terrible if we get it right, and they'll be like, that was a spoiler, and it's like, it was a theory! No, it was a spoiler! So, yes, they will be in the description eventually.
Eventually, okay. So, we got a couple topics. Would you like to talk about Avengers Trivia?
Okay, well, first trivia first. The movie was actually originally supposed to be 3 hours and 30 minutes long. However, that first 3 hours and 30 minutes was actually just Captain America, for the most part. It's just Captain America trying to find himself. At least that's what I read from the IMDb trivia list, which, by the way, most of the trivia you could find on IMDb or Wikipedia, but I guess you kind of knew that. Thank you.
No problem. Anything else?
Actually, yes. Ant-Man and Wasp were originally also supposed to be in the movie. Because, well, the Ant-Man movie is supposed to air after... Well, actually, it was supposed to air in 2012, but I'll talk about that too. But now it's coming out in 2014, but still, the Ant-Man and Wasp character was still originally in the movie, but they have been cut.
No!
Well, like, I think it would be cool to see them, and I mean, like, they were part of the original Avengers, and also, I'm, like, watching that Avengers show, and I really like the Wasp character. She's one of my favorites. And again, all of them all. I
like the Hulk.
I actually don't hate any of the characters. I really love all of them. That being said, another trivia. 2012 was supposed to be the year of superheroes, from my knowledge. Because you got Avengers, Dark Knight, and Spider-Man. Those are coming out already. Is Dane coming in?
No.
Okay. The Avengers, Dark Knight, and Spider-Man were coming out already. And, also... Nick Fury was supposed to come out. In fact, I think Nick Fury was supposed to come out before the Avengers. Ant-Man was supposed to come out. Wolverine 2, Deadpool, Superman, Man of Shit.
Hey, Man of Steel.
Sorry.
Hey, and Zack Snyder's doing it.
I don't care.
And Christopher Nolan.
I don't care. Yeah, Christopher Nolan. Can't wait to see a realistic Superman.
That'll be dark and gritty.
Yeah, Superman will be a ninja.
He just puts on wire to fly. It's all tricks, you know.
Yeah, but that's about it. Oh, and I think Kick-Ass 2 was supposed to come out as well.
I'm not taking my breath for that one.
No,
I like the original Kick-Ass. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it's like all of these superhero movies were supposed to be coming out, but they all got postponed because you already had the Avengers, Dark Knight, and Spider-Man. I guess
people had too many superheroes. They needed a break.
I would have liked it if all of them came out, especially if it was Nick Fury.
You would be broke, Victor. That's why they postponed it, so you wouldn't be broke this year.
I just want to see them all.
But you'd be broke.
No.
But, anything else with Avengers Trivia?
Not at the moment.
Do you know anything about the Nick Fury movie?
Samuel L. Jackson's gonna be in it.
Wow!
Yeah, they picked out the Dumb Diddy Dumb guy, I think, as a villain. Dumb Diddy Dumb.
Dumb Diddy Dumb.
I don't know his real name. And of course, Agent Caulson is rumored to be in it too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, well, Nick Fury at the moment only has 3 cast members. It will eventually grow, but like it was supposed to come out before 2012. They were trying to keep the information silent. However, Ant-Man, I have a little bit more information on that.
Okay.
Okay, for one, this is more of a fan thing. The actor actually was originally decided for the Avengers movie, but I don't know if he's still going to be in it. But the fans want Simon Pegg to play Ant-Man. Can you see that?
Maybe, I guess.
It's like
I don't really want to. No offense against the British, I just don't see him as a British
oh,
character.
that kind of reminds me. The director's British.
Well, that's okay. Maybe,
Yeah, the director was talking about it.
Maybe if Simon Pegg puts on an American accent, like British people, they always like to do that. I've never seen Simon Pegg do an American accent.
I think I've seen him once, so.
Oh, really?
But it's like, they want, Simon Pegg. Me, personally, I would actually prefer Neil Patrick Harris.
You always prefer Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, that's because he's the best actor alive.
Just because he's Neil Patrick Harris,
Just because he's Neil Patrick Harris. Another movie that's rumored to, well, it's going to happen is Iron Man 3. And Ben Kingsley is going to be the villain. I think he was that villain that you predicted.
Mandrian.
Yes, Mandrian. He's going to be playing Mandrian.
Because Iron Man really needs a good villain.
Yeah.
I have not been fond of the previous two villains.
Well, like, those were just two start-out villains. Ben Kingsley is not only, well, he's not only playing a good villain, he's possibly one of the best actors alive today.
Yes, he is. So I'm hoping good things from that.
I'm expecting, because, like, it's not really shown much. I mean, Guy Prince has been confirmed as well. I don't know who he's playing. I actually think he's playing a villain, too. And so it's Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle will be back, and I'll talk about Don Cheadle later. But
you should just talk about him now.
Well, okay. Well, like, Don Cheadle, I was watching this interview about a year ago, and he was talking about, like, why he's not going to be in the Avengers. I'm like, and his answer was, well, I have a lot to work with. It's like, I have other movies. I have Iron Man 3. I have War Machine. I gotta drop something. And here I'm thinking, well, then drop War Machine! It's like...
Does anyone really want to see a War Machine movie with just him?
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with War Machine. It's like
I don't have a problem with War Machine.
It's like, but he could have his own movie in the next Iron Man movie.
Is everyone gonna get a movie? Everyone who was Agent Coulson the movie?
Actually, I would like to see that.
See all the back behind the scenes stuff he does.
But like, yeah, it's like I like Don Cheadle as an actor, and but a War Machine movie, you might as well have a Robin movie or a Hawkeye movie.
Yeah.
Then again, I could see a Teen Titans movie. That's going off topic.
It is going off topic. Stay on topic.
Yeah, there's the War Machine movie, and this hasn't been confirmed yet, but a Black Panther movie. How would you feel about that?
That's cool, because he's actually a very important member of the team. I know from the cartoon.
Yes. Well, like, who do you think would be a good actor to play him?
Gotta think of a black actor.
I was thinking...
Have a white actor.
Yeah, that would be like, this isn't right! Nick Fury is supposed to be white, goddamn! But like, I was thinking Jamie Foxx, but only for one reason only. In the past, Jamie Foxx seemed to be has worked very well with Robert Downey Jr. And that's really the only reason why I would pick Jamie Foxx, is because Robert Downey Jr. was already in it. But then again, I don't know, that's just kind of a off shot.
Who's a black actor who's good at playing very serious roles? Is Jamie Foxx?
Well, Jamie Foxx claims to be a comedian.
Because I was gonna say Will Smith, but that doesn't seem like
no,
for him.
Because I'm thinking like he has to be black, but he also has to be older.
He has to be older.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like from my understanding.
Oh,
yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
That would be great if he wasn't almost crippled. By all due respect to Morgan Freeman.
It could be an interesting twist on the character. Everyone loves Morgan Freeman, so we make him the Black Panther.
Well, yeah.
And also, you tie it in with the Dark Knight because he's still Lucius Fox.
No.
DC and Marvel could totally work together on this.
No.
Okay.
Okay, there's gonna be 4 2. That's a confirmed movie. I don't think the Hulk 2 has been confirmed. I don't think it needs to be.
Yeah.
And then there's Captain America 2 is confirmed. So those are the movies that are confirmed. Iron Man 3, Nick Fury, Captain America 2, Thor 2, Ant-Man, and that's about it.
Okay. So, I want to move into a new topic. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the topic I'm thinking of is a theory we came up with, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain it, and you can add the part you also had you were elaborating on. But anyway, so I'm thinking
That could be a possible spoiler
this
warning.
could be a possible spoiler, but I'm also thinking that if it isn't in this movie, it might be in Captain America.
Okay.
That was my other theory.
Well, go ahead. Hit me.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is that at the end of Captain America, that you have that big, romantic scene with Captain America and that girl who I can't remember the name of, but she's British. Do you remember the name, Victor?
No.
Okay, but it was very romantic. You really related to that character. Anyway, so what I'm thinking, since they focus so big on, oh, we're gonna have a dance, all this, I'm thinking that woman is still alive, and that Captain America and that woman are going to dance with each other at the end of the Avengers movie. And the person who's going to be responsible for putting them together is going to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, my theory, but I know this actually isn't correct because I was watching Iron Man 2, and she mentioned the different mother's name, but it would be cool if it was, is that she could possibly be Tony Stark's mother.
Yes.
Because we never really got that much information on Tony Stark's mom.
True. So that's a possible addition to this, and I'm just because I haven't really heard that much about the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So
I've been avoiding everything. There's this one guy that posted a spoiler that I don't think is true because this character is supposed to appear in Nick Fury about this character's death, and it's like I just don't think it's true. I hope it's not true because I actually like that character.
Who's the character?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh. But yeah, so that's just our theory, and I'm thinking that if it's not in the Avengers, it could be in Captain America 2.
Yeah.
Captain America 2.
Or Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, that's also possible. That'd be really random.
Like if you have this whole action with Iron Man and War Machine, and then all of a sudden, with Captain America not even making one appearance, you see him dancing with an old lady.
Actually, my other theory is that it will be in the Black Panther movie with Morgan Freeman.
Possibly.
And Morgan Freeman will put them.
Didn't they do that in the original? Well, not. I wouldn't say the original, but the '90s Captain America.
The dance?
Yeah, didn't they do the dance?
I'm not familiar with that. You mean the comic? A show?
The movie, the actual movie, but I don't really remember it at all.
Oh.
I just remember him dancing with an old lady, or at least talking to an old lady in that movie. That was a terrible movie.
And I will never see it. So
you should see it. It's classic shit. Another thing. Well, do you want to just talk about the future Avengers characters? Like, I mean, we talked about the movies, but like, who are the characters that you expect to be in it next time?
I want to talk about the cameo.
Oh, okay, the cameo.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the thing. I was watching this interview, and he was and it was about the director. I don't remember the director's name. Josh Whedon.
That's the only thing I know.
Well, and he was asked, okay, what was the strangest thing that you ever heard? And he replied, well, apparently Spider-Man is supposed to be in it. And then the interviewer was like, yeah, I heard that too. I keep on hearing false rumors like Spider-Man and Wolverine's supposed to be in it. And then George was like, Wolverine? I didn't hear that one. So that kind of gave me an idea. Also, there was a woman, I don't know her name either. I think she's one of the producers or one of the actresses. She said a superhero will make a cameo.
Okay.
So who do you think it is?
Well, I know that there's going to be some epic scene at the end, or in the middle of the credits. I thought it was going to be a villain, though.
Yeah, well, that could... I'm sure it'll be a villain.
Did they say superhero, or just super, like an event, or a Marvel
They
thing?
said superhero. At least she said superhero. And she kind of said it was kind of a superhero... I think, and I'm not sure, but she did say that it was a superhero that kind of already been exposed.
Okay. You might actually be... I'm kind of starting to think maybe you're right on the Wolverine thing, just because even though Fox owns the rights to X-Men, and they probably wouldn't want it in there.
Well,
I'm thinking maybe, because the way one of the critics I listened to, he reacted to it was pretty like, oh, this is really cool. So that kind of seems like something I think that kind of reaction.
But like, here's the thing. This is another trivia. They said, like, there was a statement saying that Disney and Marvel will like to get the rights back to get a hold of Spider-Man and Wolverine and like all the other X-Men. And George said like, yeah, I would actually eventually like these characters in. So I think that could work out well if that happens. Because I would like to see the Avengers with Spider-Man and Wolverine, maybe Nightcrawler,
Definitely, yeah.
the Visible Woman.
Do you know how that works with the X-Men? Like, it is getting incorporated into the Avengers?
Yeah, well, I think so. Oh, but that being said, I think Fox would be a little bit more lenient towards than Sony. In other words, God, actually, believe it or not, but I think that will happen. Because I don't know, I think Fox is cool with the idea of having one of the X-Men in.
Yeah. So let's think of other exposed superheroes. But they're not really superheroes, just Marvel characters I can think of that had movies that didn't exactly go that well. You have Punisher, and I doubt he would be in it because they're not really going for the R-rated stuff.
Yeah. You have the Fantastic Four, but that would be awkward with Chris Evans there.
That's true. Well, they could get a different actor to play him. And plus, they only have one, so it could be Mr. Fantastic, and they'll be like, hey, our team's going to be in the next movie.
No.
Do-do-do-do.
You know, that being said, like, if one of the Fantastic Four does join in, I could really only see Mr. Fantastic, or at least him first.
Yeah, but I don't know. At least with the cartoon series, they always keep it separate, and they actually have a rivalry.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the X-Men too. It's like it always seems like they kind of have a rivalry. Where it's like, oh, I don't want to be in your team. Our team is better than yours.
Their team is better.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. They can maybe know more.
I know a little bit, but that was mainly about shading. Okay.
Well, yeah. So it could happen. Maybe they help them out.
Another theory on why I think that Spider-Man will actually be a part of the Avengers. Why I think Spider-Man will actually be a part of the Avengers is, Clark Gregg, the actor that plays Agent Coulson, very good actor. Everybody's a good actor nowadays. There's going to be a new Spider-Man animated series, and Clark Gregg's going to be playing Agent Coulson himself in that series. And that kind of, I know it's like completely different, and I know it's a TV show, and TV shows don't usually have the movie rights, but that kind of makes me think that maybe eventually Spider-Man will be involved in Avengers, because this is a continuing going slot. I mean, you started out with Iron Man, and now it's at the Avengers. Basically, this is the first chapter, and then the second chapter, because I see this kind of going. They're kind of making it into a saga, but they're doing these separate movies to kind of get these characters more developed. Like, that's what I really like about this, and I think it could work out very well. Because imagine how many people will have in the Avengers 2, and they do want to get the rights back. They do want to put in Spider-Man and Wolverine, from my understanding.
So, Victor?
Yes?
Just hope that The Amazing Spider-Man fails at the box office, and Sony just decides it's not worth it to make a sequel, and they give the rights back.
Well, the thing is, if that happens, they'll get rid of Andrew, and I want Andrew in, because I think he'll be a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker.
You heard it here first.
It's like, oh right, his name's Tobey Maguire.
No, he is Peter Parker.
Oh, okay.
He became Peter Parker.
I don't know, I just like Andrew more. Well, if it fails, I don't think it will fail. Well, yes I do, because I think Spider-Man is going... It just didn't really show me anything, from what I understand. It's like, I know it's the first movie, but what a lazy way to start out.
For me, it kind of almost feels like, well, at least from what I've seen, it has that same feel as from the trailers.
Yeah, it's like, and even the new Superman movie just doesn't look complete.
I'm still holding out for that just because I like the people, the creative team behind it. I don't know anyone.
Yes, the creative team of realism.
Well, to clarify, Christopher Nolan's only producing it. So he's producing it with realism. He isn't writing realism. Heck, well, the director who directed Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises is going to wrote. He wrote those. He's gonna write this as well. And I haven't heard too much. I guess there's some fears that it'll be too gritty,
Yeah.
but I think that they're not. They're taking that back a little bit. And Zack Snyder, he's the director. He's never really been, from what I've seen, into crazy realism. You've seen his movies. He's pretty fantastical.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Watchmen and 300 and Sucker Punch. So.
Yes, but I hated Sucker Punch.
I know you did. Anyway, so I'm just saying though that his direction style it seems to be more fantastical, which would work with Superman.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do you see any other characters possibly being added onto Avengers? Any characters at all?
Well, I already talked about Black Panther.
Yeah, I think everybody's expecting Black Panther.
Doctor Strange, maybe?
Yeah, that could work. Well, they're making a Doctor Strange movie. I forgot to mention that. That is in development.
Alright.
But I don't really know much about Doctor Strange.
Neither do I.
I think he's strange.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to say? We love you, Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, Stan Lee. It's like he's 92.
Yeah.
I love how he made a cameo in every movie.
And he's gonna keep making them. Even when he's dead, he'll still be there. His corpse will be there. It's like, hey, it's Stan Lee, and he'll be dead.
It's like, I think my favorite cameo was actually the Fantastic Four, too. It's like, I'm Stan Lee!
Yes, you are.
He literally was like, I'm Stan Lee! Love me!
Because he doesn't get enough love. So, I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say, Victor?
Well, we're going to see the Avengers tonight. Dane was...
Hopefully.
I guess we'll... Are we sorry that Dane wasn't here?
I don't think Dane cared.
Oh, okay, good point. And the next... I kind of want to take a break from commentary, but I know I don't deserve it. I don't. But my birthday's coming up, and it's like, I don't want to come back till we do our Dark Knight commentary.
Realism. Wittiness.
So, in other words, it's like you might see a vlog from me, and if Spencer and Dane or Tori want to do a commentary in the past couple of months, they can.
You won't, but...
I know you won't. So, I guess, like, unless something really comes up and we just feel like it, you won't see us till around July 7th. And I guess we'll combine it with Dark Knight and maybe Spider-Man at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dark Knight Rises on that one.
We can mention Spider-Man a little bit.
Well, we'll mention how it sucks.
What if it's awesome? What if it's better than the Dark Knight? Don't give me that look!
Alright, well, good night, everybody.
Good night. Farewell. I missed you all. Thank you so much for your time. Close the button. Thank you so much for your time. Goodbye.